super glad we're talking today about Yellow. What's the story behind the script, and how was your reaction after the Taliban decided to restore all the extreme prohibitions against women?
So the inception for the film came about when I was sitting watching an interview, well, a press conference by a member of the Taliban who was declaring that all women need to start wearing the chadari, which is a blue veil. And that made me think that there were women who were in their mid-20s who'd never really worn it before.
Wow.
So they had to learn how to wear this new thing.
Mhm.
That got me thinking about, what if I can have a whole story inside a shop? And I wanted, well, what's happening in the past 2 years? Women haven't had an education. They're not allowed to go to school. They're not allowed to go to university. And there's a gender apartheid, and it's such a big issue.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to tackle the big issue head on. I wanted to use a small moment, which is two people in a shop, and try and use that cinematically as a theme and as a hint towards the bigger issues happening in my country. And that's basically how the story came about.
There's like kind of symbolism between the bird, the nails, and the way she feels. So my question is, why yellow? Why not green or blue or?
Well, you always associate yellow with brightness and happiness and something kind of cheerful. And the fact that she is wearing yellow nail polish kind of gives away her personality without me having to write it in the dialogue, and without me having to show it. And I just wanted to do a juxtaposition of the brightness and cheerfulness of main character Ali against these dark, foreboding shapes.
This is not the first time you include and collaborate with Asem Bati in your films. In Our Kind of Love is another film you create together. And now in Yellow, you are also the two characters. So how did you start working together?
Well, Afsana Dehruya, the girl who plays in Our Kind of Love, my first short film, that was my first time making a short film. And when I cast her there, we developed a history, we developed a performance history as actors and a chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was writing Yellow, I had her in mind. As an actress, she's so subtle, but also very profound and very deep. And me and her on screen have a very good chemistry. And the fact that my character plays the talent and her character plays the woman, that's very interesting. Yeah. Having the people from two different parts of the world, two different parts of society, Afghan society, facing each other and being in a room together. It's really interesting. So that's why, and I always enjoy working with her a lot.
Talking about the production of the film, what was the biggest challenge? All those spins, or I don't know.
Well, the spins were definitely challenging, but I think the worst thing was that when I traveled to set in the morning of the shoot, it was a one-day shoot. Because it's a small, low-budget film, me and my friends were doing everything. I forgot the actual chadaris at home. Uh-huh. The blue clothes, I forgot, because I brought them from Afghanistan, the props. So that was very panic-inducing. It could have gone really, really wrong. But thankfully, my friends kind of did a quick U-turn with the car, and they just drove back together. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny.
I would like to ask you if you have heard like comments or reactions from Afghan people about your film, or have you received comments from the Taliban about your films in general?
Not yet, because the film isn't on the public release, so it's only doing festival circuits. But people who have watched it at festivals, I've had lots of beautiful messages on social media and via email of people who'd seen it and who have felt so touched by what's going on to the women right now. Because women, in essence, are becoming more and more invisible in Afghanistan, and I'm trying to change that through cinema and through art as a filmmaker, because we make films to try and make social commentary, and that's what I'm trying to do with Yellow.
Well, thank you very much and congratulations. I really love your work and your film.
Thanks so much, Nani. Thanks for having me.